Yes, people, 3-0. And yeah, bruv, the game's over, innit? I'm glad. It's one of them ones. Dead game of football, but we got the points, innit? That's all that kind of matters at the moment, to be completely honest. I don't know what the overall numbers were for the game, but it's a pretty boring game. I'll be honest, man. Pretty much similar kind of football to what we played against Wolves. Let them dominate territory in our half, and then we sprung and hit them on a break. The first goal, Rasmus took really well. Second goal, yeah, big deflection. And then the third goal on the break from a West Ham mistake. And yeah, it was one of them things. Like the same old things it's going to be. No rhythm of play, no patterns, no real dominance at any key point. There was never a point in the game where I'm like, yeah, we're pinning West Ham back and the goal is inevitable. Like we just keep knocking and the pressure's there. It's none of that. It's the usual. Man United sitting off deep and then hitting them on the break. The same stuff that we complained about under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But the difference under Solskjaer is we actually had creative players like the Pogbas, and we had the Greenwoods, and we had Martials and that. We ain't got that in this team. This team is devoid of real quality, devoid of ballers, and we're just going to continue to stink the place out until eventually someone actually gives us an absolute beating, because it's inevitable. I'll be real. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just annoying. Because man won the last game. We've won this game 3-0, yeah? And I can't take many positives from this game other than the fact that we won it. Do you know what I'm saying? Our attackers still, there's no cohesion amongst our attack. Bruno Fernandes, another criminal performance from the guy. I don't think he done anything right today. Rashford was pretty much non-existent. Skeletor got 2 goals, yeah, but he was rubbish. Do you know what I mean? And other than the goal, Rasmus didn't do anything either, bro. It's just one of them games, isn't it? Where it's just like, when we're speaking amongst ourselves who the man of the match, we're talking about Dalot, the right back. Or we're talking about Casemiro, the midfielder that was breaking things up. Like, none of our attackers, like, there's nothing really to write home about, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this team, yeah, is poor. I'll be honest. It's poor. That Maguire mistake there as well, where Emerson got through and we could have got punished. We didn't get punished. Anana made a couple close range saves as well. Like, it was one of them ones where West Ham's lack of actually having a centre forward and having to play Bowen as the number 9 probably helped us. I'll be real, because they didn't really look dangerous, yeah, from attacking in attacking positions in transition. Like, they just lacked that. They lacked that kind of cutting edge, similar to Wolves in a certain way. They lacked that kind of danger in the final third. But outside of the goals we actually scored, I'm not quite sure what we did. I'm not really quite sure what we did as a football team. It looked like after the second goal that we tried to shut up shop, and we were just sitting back. Like, it was a poor game of football. I'll be completely honest. It was a very bad game of football, and there's very little what I can take from it. Another goal for Rasmus, though. It'll be good for his confidence. Like I said in the stream, I'm not really worried about his overall. I just remembered, I just seen it, that Dalot block as well, man, from Bowen at 2-0 as well. If Bowen gets through and he scores that goal, could have been a different game. Like, honestly, when we look at this game, there were loads of like pivotal moments where West Ham had a little chance to do something, and a block like Dalot, or they missed it, like the Emerson chance with the Maguire mistake. So even within this 3-0 performance, there were loads of opportunities for us to get packed, and we didn't, innit? For either good defending or fortune or lack of quality. So we're not out the woods yet. But with Højlund, I think it's just good for his confidence that he scores goals. I don't care about the overall performance at the moment. I don't really rate him as a player like that, so I don't expect him to be playing well for 90 minutes. But if he can continue to score, it'll be good for his his morale, because he took the goal well. And yeah, bruv, we need him to score goals, because I actually want him to come good, because for £72 million, we can't afford for him to be a flop like Anthony. We can't afford for it to be a flop like Anthony, because he's not a player with resale value. If this guy doesn't improve, we're not even getting half that money back for him. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't have like the English tax or whatever, like Mason Mount, that we might be able to get a decent amount for or whatever. We're not getting no money for Højlund, bruv. We're getting no money for this youth if it doesn't work out. So I want it to work out, and he seems like a decent enough guy. So, do you know what I mean? Hopefully it does work out for him. But as an all-round footballer, I don't really rate his thing. I can't lie. So hopefully he can continue to score regardless. But our attack, I stand by it, is one of the worst attacks in the Premier League from top to bottom. We still got a negative 1 goal difference. And when I'm looking at Skeletor, yeah, and Rashford on the wings, poverty football. That's what it's, poverty football. Do you know what I'm saying? And I said it in the game, yeah. If we play these guys 90 minutes every week without, just from the law of averages, these men are going to put up stats. They're going to have games where they're able to nick stats here and there. But they're poor footballers, bruv. They're poor. They're actually poor footballers. So if you're playing for Manchester United week in, week out, yeah, cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Men are going to say, 2GA or 3GA and all that. Football's about more than that. If you can genuinely watch this game, yeah, and say that any of these attackers are good, bro, I don't know what to say to you. Same way you can watch Bruno. A man are going to turn around and talk about Bruno's GA and big chances created and that. Bruno is one of the worst footballers in the Premier League. He's not even a Premier League level footballer, bruv, because he can't do the basics, can't complete passes, can't do nothing. Everyone's overrating this boy's shooting and this, that and the other. His best attribute, yeah, is the fact that he doesn't get injured. Because anything football related, he's not very good. And these are just facts, bruv. Like, you watch him with your eyes, you can see that this guy is an absolute travesty. So it's one of them ones where people can throw up the stats all they want, yeah. This Man United team here, yeah, is not good. They're not good. And they're very, very close to a humbling. I think Aston Villa is the next game that comes up that could be a potential banana skin. And I think they won 5-0 yesterday. That's not a team that you want to play like this against. Because if we play like this against Villa, we'll get smoked. The good thing about Villa is they do leave space in behind for that high line. So we might be able to nick a couple goals against them. But one thing's for sure, if we give Aston Villa the chances that we gave West Ham today, they will punish us, innit? So I don't know, bruv. It's just one of them ones, bruv. I'm happy for the win, but I'm not happy for the performance. I watch football because I enjoy watching football. Right now, there's nothing enjoyable about watching Manchester United. There's nothing enjoyable about it. It's some of the worst football being played in the Premier League right now. And the stats actually back that up. When you look, that I think there's only like 3 teams in the league that have scored less goals than us. Like, we're not a very good football team right now. And it doesn't help when we've got the fans overrating the players and overpraising the players and overpraising performances. And if you do those kind of things, then when things don't go right, for some reason you're surprised. There's no reason to be surprised. This Man United team is not very good. These attackers are not playing well. And even though they're putting up GA or they're putting up stats, yeah, there's a lot of holes, even in this 3-0 win, that we should definitely move forward with caution going into other games, because we won't be so lucky to get away with these things. And now we need to wait and see how serious this Lissandro injury is as well, because he's made a massive difference coming back in terms of the way we build from the back. And if he's out for a prolonged period of time again, it's a blow for us. I'll be honest. So I don't really know. But yeah, there's not really too many talking points. Another poor performance, but we got the win. Do you know what I mean? And then we just move forward onto the next game.